Today, we're diving into time audits.
Yeah, let's do it.
What's your first tip for really working smarter, not harder?
Right, let's be efficient. Let's get right to it. Create a time audit, right? So look at where you're spending your time and what you would like to be doing rather than wasting time here and there.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I remember when I was a supervisor at GoDaddy for a short time there, I felt like my days were just being strung on and I didn't know what I was doing throughout the day and my day was gone, right?
Yeah.
So someone gave me that advice of start tracking down everything you're doing. So I got a little journal, started writing in little 15 to 30 minute increments of what I was actually doing. And then at the end of the day, I was like, wow, I'm wasting way too much time on stuff that's just not relevant or important. It helped me do a little time audit, so it got me back on track.
Yeah, holds yourself accountable.
So today we're doing a deep dive into working smarter, not just, harder. Our mission here is to figure out how you can actually take back some control of your time, make it intentional. And the first big tool our sources talk about is something called a time audit. Now, don't let the name scare you. It's not some super complex thing. It's basically just tracking where your time really goes.
Exactly. It's about carefully looking at, everything you do during the day. And what's fascinating, is how surprised people often are. The sources mention this feeling of days just being strung on, like you're just reacting.
Yeah, pulled from one thing to the next.
Right. And suddenly the day's gone and you weren't really steering it. The audit shows you that.
Oh, I get that. That wow moment the sources describe when you see it written down, like, okay, that's where those hours went, all that stuff. That maybe wasn't so important. It really does help you get back on track, as they say. See the patterns.
Absolutely. And the data doesn't lie, does it? People think they know. But our research pointed out things like people often underestimate distraction time by 50%.
50? Wow.
Yeah. And they overestimate their focus work time. So that audit, it's a reality check, a needed one.
Okay, so you do the audit, you get this maybe slightly painful clarity. What then?
Well, the next crucial step that comes up is aligning what you do with your actual energy levels. It's not just about having a list, it's about when you tackle things. Your audit might show you, okay, you're sharpest in the morning. Or maybe you get a slump mid-afternoon.
So you schedule the tough stuff, the brain-heavy work for those peak times.
Precisely. Our sources found 80% of people feel most concentrated earlier in the day, so you leverage that. It's moving beyond just logging hours to actually being strategic about them, making them count more.
Right, using the audit insight to build a smarter day, not just a packed one, okay? But, having the awareness, having the plan, that's great. But making it stick, that's often the hard part. Our sources must have something to say about that final piece, right, for making it last.
Oh, absolutely. And this might be the most important takeaway, really. It all comes down to holding yourself accountable.
Accountability, yeah.
Yeah. It sounds a bit corporate, maybe, but it's really about taking ownership, full stop. Owning your time, owning your results, committing to the system you set up. Whether that's checking your audit data, sticking to that energy schedule, it's that internal commitment. You are the one in charge of your day. So if you boil down this whole deep dive, it's sort of a powerful combo, isn't it? First, really understand where the time's slipping away. Use that audit. Then be smart about when you apply your energy. And finally, crucially, hold yourself responsible for sticking to it. That's the path to working smarter.